Okay, so process to perform, right? It's all about going through the right process every single time. Consistency equals long-term success. So last week we talked about how our stance affects the outcome of the play, especially as offensive linemen. We want to move on to a little bit more of initial footwork. We're also looking at stance. So I'm going to give you 3 clips today of professionals, guys that are at the absolute top of their game. So high school kids, college kids, even younger professionals. Understand this stuff happens every day to the best of the best. We're not picking on anybody. We just want that younger generation to learn from our mistakes, right? We just want to make sure that our process is as good as possible so outcomes like the next 3 clips don't ever happen, because we can actually affect the outcome of these 3 plays and plays, hundreds of plays every weekend, by just how we line up and how we take our initial footwork. It's really that easy. We just try to make it more difficult than it is. So check these 3 clips out. I hope they help. All right, so I want you to check out a couple examples of what we've been going through with these stances and first steps. Watch this at full speed. Right, and now look at the details. Watch number 76. Watch his first step. Does he gain leverage or lose leverage? Right? So he steps. Now he's backing up. High pad level. He's going to have to catch. Hips are high. Easy to bull rush. All because really initially his first step went horizontal instead of vertical. He lost leverage on his first step in relationship to the defender. Now look at the left tackle. We talked about this stance last week. Back foot is open. What does that do? That gives you a weak hip. It makes it easy to turn your hips. It makes it easy for the defender to look at that and see a short corner. So although this guy's going to go to the ground one way or another, look how quickly he opens up, right? He can't shove him out of the bar. He's still at Ben's feet. And it's all because these guys are really good players, really good players. But little things like your stance, little things like your initial footwork, they determine your success. Now, this is the same game. Again, great offensive lines here, well-coached offensive lines. But here's the deal. If you open up like 68 is within your first 3 kicks, so if your shoulders aren't square to the line of scrimmage after your first 3 kicks, you've got problems. Because now you've opened up, you've given that weak hip like we talked about last week. And it's very easy for an undersized guy to now press that upfield shoulder, right? Get him off balance, and now he's swinging that open gate. It has nothing to do with his talent. It has everything to do with his technique. Can you keep your shoulder square for 3 kicks? Can you keep your inside toe pointed towards the line of scrimmage for 3 kicks? And can you maintain that in your stance for 3 kicks? Now again, great offensive lineman here. The left guard takes an outside step first. Now, even though that guy had inside leverage on him, he's put himself in a position where he has to turn his shoulders, and now on a relatively easy game, these guys are going to get in on the sack. Hey, and I'm picking on good players at good clubs with good coaches, but left tackle here, who's going to be a great player in this league, gets his quarterback hit low. Why? He's at home, and he's still losing leverage with his first step. Look at his initial left. So now he's got to open. And guys, if you have a weak hip, high school players, if you have a weak hip, they will run the corner on you. It's just a question of whether or not your quarterback sets up. You are going to lose that matchup. So guys, to me, what's so exciting about watching clips like that is those players, as good as they are, they can get that much better just by being a little more consistent on something that they're working on every single day. So it's attention to detail, it's deliberate practice, it's taking that time pre and post practice to really work on your craft. You make sure your technique's automatic and consistent. Make sure your technique's automatic, make sure it's precise, make sure it's accurate. You can put that part of your brain on autopilot and you can react to what you see on the field. That is the key to success. Keep working your craft. We'll catch you next week with another one. See ya.